So today, we're pulling a really powerful idea from Jake Cusick's book, Build Your AI Second Brain, which is published by Deepify Academy. We're going to look at how you can build a genuine thinking partner using AI, and we'll start with the very first tool the book recommends. Let's just dive right in.
I mean, seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. All those to-do lists, those random ideas, the little worries just swirling around in your head. What if you could take all of that mental chaos and turn it into perfect, crystal clarity in less time than it takes to make a coffee? That's the core idea we're going to explore. Okay, so let's meet the tool that makes this all possible, Claude. And the key here isn't to think of it as just another app or some piece of tech. The real shift is to start seeing it as something totally new, a partner for your own thoughts. So what is Claude really? Well, at its core, it's an AI assistant. But here's the thing you absolutely have to get. It is not a search engine. You don't ask it for facts about the world. Instead, you use it to think with you about the information and the thoughts that you already have. It's a subtle difference, but it changes everything.
This right here really nails the difference. A search engine, looks outward. It goes and fetches facts from all over the internet. Claude, on the other hand, looks inward. You give it your information, your messy notes, your jumbled ideas, and it helps you make sense of it all. One finds things for you, the other helps you think about your things.
Now, you might be thinking, this sounds kind of complicated to set up, but honestly, it's not. If you can send a text message or write an email, you've already got all the skills you need. There are no crazy menus or a ton of buttons to learn. Let's just quickly walk through it. It really is this straightforward. You just open your browser, head over to claude.ai, and sign up. The Google option is literally a single click. And that's it, you're in. You get this clean, simple screen with a text box, and you're ready to go. The whole point is to have zero friction.
All right, and now for the fun part, the magic. We're going to do what the book calls your very first brain dump. This is where you really start to feel the power of having a thinking partner. It's all about getting that noise out of your head and onto the page.
And this right here, this is probably the most important instruction. For this to really work, you have to fight that natural urge to be neat and tidy. Don't organize, don't edit yourself as you go, just let it all flow out. The half-baked ideas, the reminder to buy milk, the stress about that big project, that random vacation idea you had, everything. Just dump it into that text box.
And this is the transformation. On the left, you've got the before, that chaotic stream of consciousness list you just typed out. You give Claude a simple command like, organize this, and on the right, you get the after. All of a sudden, that chaos has structure. It's sorted into clean, neat categories like urgent to-dos, project ideas, personal reminders. It's all the same stuff you typed, but now it's actually useful. It's actionable.
And you know that feeling you get when you see that organized list? That little exhale of relief, like a weight has just been lifted off your shoulders? That is the feeling of your second brain kicking in. It's taking the load off your actual brain so you can finally start to focus. Okay, so now that you see how powerful this can be, we need a quick user manual. Because like any good partner, Claude has its strengths, and it has its weaknesses. And knowing the difference is going to save you a lot of headaches down the road.
So, on the one hand, you've got its superpowers, sorting, summarizing, helping you brainstorm, even drafting quick emails. That's its sweet spot. But on the other hand, there are some really important warnings. It doesn't remember past conversations, so every time you start a new chat, it's a completely fresh start. It can be confidently wrong, so you should never trust it as your only source for facts. And it can't browse the internet. It only knows what you tell it.
Now this brings us to a really key point. The quality of the answers you get from Claude is 100% dependent on the quality of the questions you ask. This is the art of asking, or what a lot of people call prompting. But don't let that word scare you. It's really just about being clear with your instructions.
Honestly, here's the best rule of thumb for getting great results. Forget about learning some kind of magic prompt words. Just ask yourself one simple question. How would I explain this task to a smart human assistant? Right? You'd be clear, you'd give them context, you'd tell them what a good result looks like. Do the exact same thing with Claude.
So, for example, a lazy prompt is just organize my to-do list. And sure, Claude will do something, but it's just guessing. A much better prompt is specific. Organize this list into 3 categories: work, personal, and errands. After you do that, turn each item into a specific next action. You see the difference? You're not programming, you're just giving better, clearer instructions.
Okay, let's hit pause for a second and talk about something really, really important.
Since you're putting your own thoughts into an online tool, we have to talk about privacy. It is absolutely crucial to use these tools safely and responsibly.
The book suggests a really simple traffic light system. Green light stuff is perfectly fine. General thoughts, project ideas, to-do lists. Basically, anything you'd be comfortable jotting down in a regular notebook. Amber light means think twice. This would be sensitive personal info, or maybe confidential work documents. And red light is a hard stop. Things you should never, ever share, like passwords, bank details, or government ID numbers. Just use the same common sense you'd use with any other website.
So as we start to wrap this up, I'll leave you with this question. What's that heavy bag of thoughts that you're carrying around right now? What piece of mental clutter could you hand over to your new thinking partner right now just to see what it feels like to have that weight lifted?
Everything we covered today was based on Build Your AI Second Brain by Jake Cusack. If you want the full walkthrough with all the specific prompts and templates to get this system up and running for yourself, the complete book is available at deepify.ai. Thanks for tuning in.